Okay. Hello again. All right, let's just have you sit here for a moment.
For my left shoulder, I just was pulling something and I stretched it the wrong way about a month ago, and so it's been just sore and tight all the way through here whenever I do this kind of motion.
Okay. So what I noticed first is your shoulders are really kind of, like even your line of your t-shirt's really helpful. Like it's really showing you. Now go ahead and just where you're comfortable and where you're sitting. So kind of droop forward. So something I learned with my own body is I used to have to adjust my rearview mirror at the end of the day because I would get stressed and I'd do this.
Oh, okay.
And I actually thought that's where my shoulders belonged, was this kind of rolled forward thing. Because people would say, sit up straight. Orthobionic, we were like, forget that. Sit where you're comfortable, right? And what I've learned, because I've had so much body work now, is that, guess what? Back there is comfortable. Who knew? I didn't even know that was possible. Same thing with my feet. I now have four edges of my feet. I have arches on the inside and the out. Never even knew that was possible. And then I've had enough work, and like, I get off the table, I'm like, wow, there's an arch there. My husband just always said I was a foot dragger. I drove him nuts because I scuffed my slippers through the house. I don't anymore. Like, I walk with all edges of my feet. My shoulders stay back, and I now know when they're not there.
Okay.
Because my body knew it as soon as it went there. It was like, oh yeah, this is where it belongs. All right, so we're just going to check in. I'm going to palpate a little bit in your back here, feel where you're at. Let me know if anything's really tender or sore. Okay. Come around here. So again, you have a first rib up underneath your collarbone. Many of us do. We're just helping. This is just another way to help it. Remember, it doesn't have to be jacked up like that. There we go. And again, I'm not causing that movement, your body is. I'm just hanging on to your rib. And your shoulders moving back. Go ahead and turn your head a little bit towards me, right there, and bring your chin down, right there. Take a big breath in, and let it go. Go ahead and go back to neutral, wherever you're comfortable at. I'm going to take this shoulder, or this elbow here. Go ahead and let me have all the weight of it. Just let it be a rag doll. Good job. I want you to take your elbow back here and push down towards the table about 10% of your strength. And release. Go down. Take that one and just go like that. Go ahead, just again with that 10% of your strength, push back towards me. And release. Come up into that armpit a little bit. Go ahead and let your arm just drop down. Don't worry, we're all sweaty today.
Sorry about that.
No worries, we're all at that point. So you've got fourth and fifth rib are also kind of not too happy at the moment. So all of those pieces, sometimes we think, oh, my shoulder's jacked up, but ribs can often be a culprit. Yeah.
Tight,
Yeah. It's the same thing like with your dog. There was just tightness like all over the body, but by releasing a big part of it, maybe the other pieces can come into play too. All right, come down. How you doing? Yeah. All of a sudden your head just came up. To move a little bit and then come on back.
Okay.
See what you notice.
Yeah, the pain isn't as severe. It's not as sharp when I move my
Okay.
arm around.
Is there any pain anywhere left?
It's a little bit.
Right along
Fringe.
that piece? Okay, go ahead and sit back
It's
down.
definitely different.
Different?
Interesting, yeah.
Okay. Let's see what we got going left in here. Oh, yeah, we got a piece right there. So this one here feels more like a tissue stuff, like maybe you got ran into or banged up.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like scar tissue?
No, no surgery or anything.
No.
Just stretching.
It could be a stretching. It could be anything. I mean, we don't diagnose or really care in orthobiotomy, but just feeling the difference. So we work with scars a lot, and sometimes I think when we've run into something, so scars are brilliant because they save your life. They grab, but they're laying down of tissue really quickly. They grab everything. They can bind up lymph system, circulatory system, muscles, any of that, to other bones. And I think when we get rent, what I'm finding, anyways, is what sometimes you have an area that doesn't look like it has a scar of any way, but the tissue feels like that underneath. It feels bindy. And I think it's just like we've run into something, we've bumped it, we've had a dog body check us, you know, those kind of things, rough housing. And then the body's done that tissue thing, where it's laid down a bunch of tissue to be protective and grabbed something in the process. So by freeing that up, there we go, that was another good piece. We can really have a lot open up in that. Go ahead and let your arm just drop and hang. Feels like this, like our hand's a little bit a part of this conversation too, so we want to make sure. Somebody who works with your hands a lot?
Yeah, I'm left-handed too, so this one gets more use.
Okay. Again, that movement is you. I'm just connecting in, and it's releasing and relaxing. There we go. Integrate that in. All right, go ahead and walk around with that a little bit. See what you notice.
Interesting. Yeah, there's definitely, I mean, there's a little bit of tightness, but
Yeah.
half the pain or more is gone.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Fantastic. You're welcome. Thank you for trying it out. Like I said, like I keep saying, and I'll just have to keep saying, is that it'll keep going.
Yeah.
So we just introduced what comfort and function feels like. So it's just, your body's brilliant. It's going to keep working on that way. Okay?
Yeah, great.
All right. Thank you.